What is up, guys? I'm here with coffee flavored crypto. I'm your host, Dylan Brown, and we're about to get started. As you can see on the screen, we're looking at the fourth industrial revolution and what it means and how to respond. I think this article is great, even though it is from January 14th, 2016. We're starting to see certain things play out, and we want to see how this is transpiring in 2022. So let's read here. We stand on the brink of technological revolution that will fundamentally alter the way we live, work, and relate to one another. In its scale, scope, and complexity, the transformation will be unlike anything humankind has ever experienced before. We do not yet know just how it will unfold, but one thing is clear. The response to it must be integrated and comprehensive, involving all stakeholders of global polity, from the public and private sectors to academia and civil society. Interesting. The first industrial revolution used water and steam power to mechanized production. The second used electrical power to create mass production. The third used electronics and information technology to automate production. And now the fourth industrial revolution is building on the third, the digital revolution that has been occurring since the middle of last century. It is characterized by a fusion of technologies that is blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological spheres. So, navigating the next industrial revolution, as you guys see here, we have 1784, 1870, 1969, and now we're in a certain epoch of cyber physical systems. What does that remind you of? Clearly, this is a crypto channel, and we study crypto, we study things with blockchain, distributed systems, and we want to understand that for the time coming and time being. But I think it's easy to just say crypto, but what do I mean by that? I think there's certain things that are being put into place for this fourth industrial revolution, and if you don't think the government is willing and is in the know about crypto and blockchain technology, you are going to be very disappointed. As we can see here, we have the World Economic Forum, and they're kind of shaping and guiding what's going on in these fields. I think if you look at the way let's say ARK Invest, you'll see they have emerging technologies that are coming to fruition. And you can see here, I'm gonna skip down past this. We can read it. So there are three reasons why today's transformation represent not merely a prolongation of the third industrial revolution, but rather the arrival of a fourth and distinct one. So there's three things: velocity, scope, and systems impact. The speed of current breakthroughs has no historical precedent. When compared with previous industrial revolutions, the fourth is evolving at an exponential rather than a linear pace. And I think a concept of entropy with data, it's too late to put this information back in a can. You cannot stop it, and I think the government has realized that by people trying to ban Bitcoin, for example, trying to ban the miners, and yet you still see production because it's a globalized system. And it'll be interesting going forward how the government tries to limit your energy use in particular, because it's easier to disband capital rather than someone's energy, because they can make it locally for themselves if they really wanted to. So we can continue here. Moreover, it is disrupting almost every industry in every country, and the breadth and depth These changes herald the transformation of the entire systems of production, management, and governance. So software will be a part of every part of your life, whether you're in the government, in private sector, or just regular civilians. I think that's a great sentence and something to hold on to. So this is interesting. The possibilities of billions of people connected by mobile devices with unprecedented processing power, storage capacity, and access to knowledge are unlimited. You can go to YouTube today, guys, and literally search up anything. It's one of the best search engines, how to, and then boom, you can literally, we're in the matrix and you can download software. I can learn how to box. I could learn how to try to write music or something along those lines. Like, you really have access to the Akashic records type of deal. It's amazing where we are today. And it's funny, in history, it seems like the masses don't come up with this. It's more a singular person has or not even a singular person, I would say small groups of people. Silicon Valley, 12 disciples, a small group of people come together and do something exponential that moves society forward, and he moves the human consciousness forward, because we can only move as fast as the bottom 30%. If that sounds bad, it's kind of, there's uncomfortable truths that need to be said. We can only move as fast as the slowest person in our society. Otherwise, we would have certain types of disorder and chaos, which I actually think is happening now. So you can only put things together at a certain pace that won't create such a disband and order and chaos. So we can continue here. And these possibilities will be multiplied by emerging technology breakthroughs in fields such as, all right, these fields are really important. I'm about to read them off. Artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, autonomous vehicles, 3D printing, nanotechnology, biotechnology, material science, energy storage, and then quantum computing. And then you can throw distributed ledger technology in there, blockchain technology, and cryptocurrencies as well. We're already seeing a lot of different things from the Industrial Revolution. Now, I want to kind of skip down here, guys. Okay, so challenges and opportunities. Like the revolutions that preceded it, the Fourth Industrial Revolution has the potential to raise global income levels and improve the quality of life for populations around the world. To date, those who have gained the most from it have been consumers able to afford and access the digital world. Technology has made possible new products and services that increase the efficiency and pleasure of our personal lives. Ordering a cab, booking a flight, buying a product, and making a payment, listening to music, watching a film, or playing a game. Any of these can now be done remotely. In the future, technology innovation will also lead to a supply side miracle with long-term gains in efficiency and productivity. Transportation and communication costs will drop, logistics and global supply chains will become more effective, and the cost of trade will diminish, all of which will open new markets and drive economic growth. Now, this was written in 2016, guys. See, I think it's great to go back and see what articles were saying years ago and see how they're predicting things are getting implemented. And they you know what, certain things you can't predict. They get implemented slowly but surely is the thing. Slowly but surely. So let's continue. I'm gonna skip down again. I wanna go down. I think the impact on government. Okay. So as physical, digital, and biological worlds continue to converge, new technologies and platforms will increase increasingly enable citizens to engage with governments, voice their opinions, coordinate their efforts, and even circumvent the supervision of public authorities. Simultaneously, governments will gain new technological powers to increase their control over populations. Based on pervasive surveillance systems and the ability to control digital infrastructure. On the whole, however, governments will increasingly face pressure to change their current approach to public engagement and policy making, as their central role of conducting policy diminishes owing to new sources of competition and the redistribution and decentralization of power that new technologies make possible. I don't know. Take that how you want. That's a little scary from the sense of who's writing this, and then who are they writing it about? Are they snitching on themselves? You know what I mean? It's interesting take to hear that from a World Economic Forum about the government. Are they actually separate entities with different goals in mind, or are they just giving you a foreshadowing of what's to come? Something to think about. Something I've learned, guys, before we keep going. Power corrupts absolutely, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Let's keep that in mind. Let's go down to the impact on the people. Okay, I think this one down here is what I wanted to get to. One of the greatest individual challenges posed by new information technologies is privacy. We instinctively understand why it's so essential, yet the tracking and sharing of information about us is a crucial part of new connectivity. Debates about fundamental issues, such as the impact of our own inner lives, of the loss of control over our data, will only intensify in the years ahead. Similarly, the revolutions occurring in biotechnology and AI, which are redefining what it means to be human by pushing back the current thresholds of lifespan, health, cognition, and capabilities, will compel us to redefine our moral and ethical boundaries. Guys, there's so many new technologies coming on. We'll see on-demand health aids, 3D printed medicine, where if your blood sugar gets above or below a certain point, your medicine will kick in. There's things that are coming down the pipeline that, I'm sure people years ago didn't think you would have a calculator, radio, and like a phone all in one thing right here. You know what I mean? I remember my math teacher telling me, "Oh, you'll never have a calculator in your pocket." Sorry. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Open your mind. There's going to be responses, and I think there's going to be a lot of manipulation on how we implement certain things. There's going to be movements to push people in directions, because there's going to be a lack of trust in traditional, and mind you, this was written in 2016, so there's a lack of trust in traditional entities. All right, so if it feels like grassroots, oh, this is grassroots, we're going against the system, yet the system and that grassroots, they're right here with each other. I think it's something to think about. As technology keeps going, certain cognitive abilities are the only ones who are going to be actually interested in understanding the world around them from a technological standpoint. What is happening with your data? What is happening from a privacy standpoint? And do we actually care? Does that actually, because people need incentives to care about certain things. That's just human nature. So we got to think, how is this technology going to benefit us, and how is it going to disrupt human consciousness? How is it going to disrupt our interactions with each other? And we got to do the pros and cons of that technology and make a rash decision, or I mean, not a rash decision, make a rational decision about what to do moving forward, even in the face of, I like what this person is, and they're saying something to you in a way that you like, but is it actually good for your life? Let's continue. Shaping the future. Neither technology nor the disruption that comes with it is an erroneous force which humans have no control. All of us are responsible for guiding its evolution and the decisions we make on a daily basis as citizens, consumers, and investors. We should thus grasp the opportunity and power we have to shape the fourth industrial revolution and direct it toward a future that reflects our common objectives and values. Okay. To do this, however, we must deploy or develop a comprehensive and globally shared view on how technology is affecting our lives and reshaping economic, social, cultural, and human environments. Now, I'm going to stop right there real quick. Who gets to decide is going to be interesting on that sentence. Who gets to decide who's reshaping our economic, social, cultural, and human environments? I don't know, but I have a good guess. Certain things that get implemented. It's funny that this is up here, and I might click on it just to show you what that is, which is funny. But we'll continue. Okay. There has never been a time of greater promise or one of greater potential peril. Today's decision makers, however, are too often trapped in traditional linear thinking or too absorbed by multiple crises demanding their attention to think strategically about the forces of disruption and innovation shaping our future. Again, going back to what I was saying about, people don't have a trust in traditional linear thinking, but they're going to say, we're doing something new, so it must be good. No. We have to analyze everything on an individual basis. And just because something was intertraditional, did they already have it correct? Why are we changing the definition of 2 + 2 = 4? 2 + 2 does not need to be challenged, but people seem to be challenging it. If that makes sense, I'm using that as an example. But certain things we know are to be true, we don't need to re-establish them. And I think people get involved in some people, it's a balancing act, right? So some people overly romanticize traditional nature, traditionalism. People romanticize that, but people are also romanticize the future as well. They romanticize change, like as can't talk on certain subjects, so I'm watching my words, but they romanticize certain things that need to be changed. Yet, what impact is that happening on society at large? Not just you as the individual. You are an individual within a system, so the individual and the system both have equal importance, in my opinion. They both have equal importance. And clusters of individual moving the wrong way, compound interest works both ways. So if we're moving in the wrong way, there doesn't need to be humans on Earth for Earth to exist. So if we do things in the wrong way, honestly, it's a blessing that humans still are here as long as we've been. It's a minimal amount of time compared to the Earth. But I'm saying the fact that we haven't destroyed each other yet is something to be praised. We can continue. I don't want to get too deep on that. Okay. Whew. Where were we? Today's decision makers, however, okay, we read that. In the end, it all comes down to the people and values. We need to shape a future that works for all of us by putting people first and empowering them. In its most pessimistic and dehumanized form, the fourth industrial revolution may indeed have the potential to robotize humanity and thus deprive us of our heart and soul. Thank you, World Economic Forum. But as a complement to the best parts of human nature, creativity, empathy, stewardship, it can lift humanity into a new collective and moral consciousness based on a shared sensitivity of destiny. It is incumbent on us all to make sure the latter prevails. Okay, guys. I just wanted to create a real quick video. I think it's interesting to look back at articles. I think this is interesting in itself right here. You have 1784 steam, water, and mechanical production. 1870 division of labor, electricity, mass production. 1969 electronics, IT, automated production. And then to just put a year on it, I would probably say 2012 maybe. Cyber physical systems. What do you guys think? I'll leave you with that. What do you guys think the year of the cyber physical systems can be coined and written down in history books? Well, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching. And those of you who do, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Coffee Flavored Crypto. We're trying to bring you crypto info, something you guys can take away, just get you guys thinking about certain things in a different type of way, give you guys different resources. I have a lot of different resources. This one I thought was relevant today. I'll click on this real quick. I think this is funny. Don't get tricked by movements. I mean, certain things are good on the surface, and every great lie has a little bit of truth. This is Web3's climate impact. I don't know, man. As the crypto and other Web3's energy use has grown in recent years, so have concerns. Oh, damn. I think they're riding motorcycles outside, guys. I'm sorry. As crypto and other Web3's energy use has grown in recent years, so have concerns over the industry's use. Over the industry's energy use. Despite big headlines, there is little discussion on the full scope of Web3's climate impact, how the industry can support positive climate action. So that gives you just like I said, look back at that last article we read from 2016. We are reading right here about climate impact of Web3. If we're comparing certain data centers, I mean, there's certain other entities that have a bigger impact on the climate. Truthfully, guys, here's my 2 cents on climate impact, being an environmental professional. Environmental models, and along with economic models, are basically there's too many factors and variables inside of the economic and environmental models that we're talking about right here to accurately predict. You can't say once we go carbon neutral that we're not going to have environmental issues, because we don't know. There's too many variables. Our models are not up to snuff to the point where we're predicting economic collapses and environmental collapses. So to say Web3's impact, and this, sometimes you want to be rebellious, go against the fray. I'm not trying to be rebellious. I'm saying take a look at what's going on. Just like you take a look at what's going on from that fourth industrial revolution standpoint, you're going to take a look at, okay, this is where certain large entities are moving ESG, sustainability. Can't beat them. I'm not saying join them, but make money off of it. There's certain things you can invest in within crypto, blockchain technology, within the equities market, within creating products that will benefit you because you saw a trend. And this is what is happening. You got to follow the money and you got to follow the power. I think people don't say the latter enough. You got to follow the money, but also follow the power. And the power is being put into climate change. Power is being put into ESG. The power is being put into certain entities' hands. Guys, I'll leave you with that. Coffee flavored crypto. We are out. Follow us on Twitter, C_F_crypto. Follow us, guys. Peace.